He's the world's richest Indian and one of the most respected businessmen across the world, and somebody India listens to very, very seriously. And this week, Ellen Mittal has brought the entire top management of his ArcelorMittal steel company, steel giant in fact, right here to New Delhi. Thanks very much, Mr. Mittal, for talking to NDTV. Why the decision to bring your top management right here to New Delhi?
Barkha, the whole world is looking at India, so we cannot be an exception, and particularly me, who is Indian. Apart from being Indian, I think our company looks India with a lot of excitement, see it as a great opportunity for them to grow, and we want to participate in India's growth. We have a whole team of 700 people here, comprising 55 nationalities, and we want them to feel about India. We want them to see what is India about. We want to see what are the prospects, how people are, what is the future. And I tell you, in the last 1.5 days, I can see the excitement in my people. They are so motivated, and they can clearly see that future is there.
Now, sir, you have two greenfield projects in Orissa and Jharkhand, and you know, things are moving quite slowly in those two states as far as you know, getting the projects moving up and running is concerned. Does this worry you right now, the pace and the kind of resistance that you could face in land acquisition?
It does worry us, because any case, any project once decided must be implemented as soon as possible. The pace has been slow. There has been a lot of negative side of this. There has been delay. The country suffers from shortage of steel. There has been cost overrun for us. So there are a lot of negative side of this. But in spite of this, we believe that we should continue to pursue this project. We should start the construction as soon as all the formalities are done, including the land acquisitions, mining approvals, all the different regulatory approvals.
Are you disappointed though by the pace? Because when you entered, and you were always asked this question, you know, as an Indian, why don't you invest more in India? And now you have. Are you disappointed with the pace?
I'm sad with the pace. I thought that such a large investment, $25 billion investment, which is 100,000 crores investment in India from us, would really excite all the states and all the state governments and the central governments, and we will have fast track approvals and everything. But we are sad that there has been some delay. But at this time, I'm seeing that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Approvals have started trickling in. We got some land approvals. We got some mining approvals. I hope that this accelerates, this pace gets accelerated in few coming months, so that we can really start the construction. At the same time, while we are working with the government and the regulators, we have put in a team of 20 top people from organizations. These are the people who set the benchmark in the industry. We have put them in a team to start working on the engineering aspects, feasibility aspects, marketing. So we are already working behind the door on all the aspects of the project, and that progress is good. So I'm happy that whenever we receive all the approval, we will be ready to start.
Do you get the sense though that there is, in that sense, you know, you said the pace you expected hasn't happened. Do you get the sense that there's an absence of political will, or the political will is not asserting itself as strongly as it should?
I cannot say this. There is no political will to help us. I think there are two reasons which I can see. First, states were not ready to accept such large investments. Suddenly in Jharkhand state or in Orissa or in Chhattisgarh, hundreds of MOUs are being signed for lot of investments, for large investments. The states were not ready. At the same time, the people are not ready in these states to give up their land. We can understand their problem because they don't know what would happen to their future. So the process has begun to start educating them, explaining them that how this industrialization brings prosperity for them, how they will be rehabilitated in a different places where they will have the similar infrastructure, better quality of life, and at the same time their families will be working in these companies. So this kind of education process, communication process has begun not only by us, alongside with the NGOs, with the help of the governments. I think these steps will accelerate our land acquisition process.
Now you're seeing obviously what's happening in West Bengal with the Nano project, and I'm reminded of an irony because when you first announced that you were going to enter into Orissa and Jharkhand, Ratan Tata said that if you needed any help because of the troubles that POSCO had run into, he would be willing to provide that help. And now look what's happening to the Nano. As an industrialist, a fellow industrialist, how do you read this resistance to the plant in West Bengal?
I would say that one Nano or Singur incident should not be the example of the country's situation. It is an isolated case in one province, and I hope that this gets sorted out. But this should not deter us from continuing to pursue our projects in Orissa, Jharkhand, or for that reason in India. We are all really very excited with the potential and the opportunities the country offers to the world.
So when you read about this resistance, you didn't have a rethink or a re-evaluation of your own projects in Orissa and Jharkhand, especially given the slow pace. You're not worried that you may run into the same problems?
No, at least this made us to think what are the problems this particular project has suffered and how we can mitigate this in our project. So we have not really, there was no need for us to revisit or rethink about our project in Orissa or in Jharkhand.
Would you handle it differently after the experience of Ratan Tata in West Bengal? Do you feel there's a need to maybe communicate directly with the farmers or the displaced tribals instead of going through the government all the time?
We are already doing that. We are already in discussions to the panchayat and tahsils. We are also have involved NGOs. We are having direct dialogue with all the people. My teams have been visiting them. We are already working on a lot of CSR activities on education, health. We are going to have the training centers. Also, all this is being discussed and negotiated with the local people. And we can see that they have started understanding that it is good for them, it is good for the future, it is good for the next generation. So I think this education process and the communication process should help us.
Is there a deadline you would set for your own company by which time you expect these projects to get off the road in your two greenfield projects?
We did set some deadlines, but we have not met those deadlines. But at this time, we are hopeful that sometime in the first half of 2009, at least one project, we will start some construction.
And if it doesn't happen, is there a definite deadline beyond which you're not prepared to wait?
No, it is not like this that we are not prepared to wait. We believe that India offers great opportunity. India will need steel. There is a scarcity. There is a growing demand here. So India cannot afford to continue to import a great amount of steel in the future. And so there is a need for steel plants here, and we will set it up.